So, I'm gonna start up an old time fight for old time's sake. Yes or no? No explanations, no rebuttals. Coach Johnson. Yes or no? Did we, minus Sedacious, tell you that if Bill O'Brien was to get far, far away from the Texans, we would see
Look at his face now.
If Bill O'Brien got far, far away from the Texans, we will see the superstardom of Deshaun Watson, which is documented in stats, because we know you love stats to be your facts.
Number one QBR.
Did we not tell you that? Yes or no, sir?
Let the league in passing yards.
Edward, I don't understand what
No,
yes or no, man?
Yes, y'all told me that. Hold on. Yes, y'all told me that, Edward. Yes, y'all told me that. Okay. Yes.
Did it not prove out to? Did it not show to be true?
Did he play better? Yes, he did. But
okay,
no, ain't no but.
I have to break this because y'all.
No buts.
Go back to his rookie year. Hold on. No, listen. My issue with y'all on this Bill O'Brien thing, on this Bill O'Brien kick, right?
Bro, I was a fist to give you all your flowers, bro, but you messing it up right now.
Okay, go ahead, Edward. Go ahead.
Look, now you want your flowers. See,
what you gonna do, Edward?
We told for our new listeners, we told Christian 50 million times each between me, Darnell, and Sean Hart Izzo that if Bill O'Brien got away from the Texans, we would see how great of a player Deshaun Watson is. That
so great the nigga decided, you know what? I can't even be great here no more. I need a damn trade.
We're going to get there, Isaac.
I know it. I damn it on this.
We're going to get there. And Deshaun Watson has showed his greatness in stats. And it is also, and the stats are not lying because everybody and their mama see it out there on the field. We told Coach Johnson that he probably still feels some type of way about it because he always trying to throw a curveball in there. However, despite that, Coach Johnson, even in the midst of us saying that, Coach Johnson looked us in our face, looked us in our eyes via Zoom and told us Deshaun Watson should request the trade. We thought he was stupid. We thought he was smoking dope, sherm, crack cocaine, and we couldn't see it. We could not see that being possible in any way, shape, or form or fashion. And before we turned it over to Coach Johnson to tell him, Coach Johnson, you was right about Deshaun needing to request a trade. I will read you this. If I'm Deshaun Watson, I will stand my ground. The Texans organization is known for wasting players' careers. Since Jack Easterby has walked into the building, nothing good has happened in/for the organization. And for some reason, someone can't seem to see what's going on. Pathetic. That is said by a future Hall of Famer, the Texans' best player. No, it's not J.J. Watt. It's the Texans' all-time best player, Andre Johnson. He said that today on Twitter about Deshaun Watson's career, and DeAndre Hopkins retweeted it with the quote, "When Dre speaks, listen." So, Coach Johnson, I did not want to take that wisdom, that foresight you had in the beginning. I was hell-bent on not receiving it. And you my brother. I should have listened to you. But players fuck up. It's okay. Mm-hmm. I finally heard it. I heard it to the point where I can't deny it no longer from Andre Johnson. But I'm not going to give Andre Johnson praise. I'm going to give you praise and tell you were right. And I won't say anything else after what you're about to say now because you was right from the beginning.
Thank you, sir. I'm not going to give the Bill O'Brien comment anymore because we're just going to agree to disagree on that. But I saw where the Texans organization was going. I saw where Bill O'Brien, the GM, left the organization. I don't know if he was the one who orchestrated everything, right? I don't know how much Jack used to be was part of orchestrating the team the way it is right now, constructing it that way. But I was like, man, I told y'all only going to win 4 games earlier this year. I got the games mixed up. I thought y'all beat the Bengals and lose to the Patriots, but it was the other way around. But I was like, hey, this is a year wasted for Deshaun Watson, who probably, if we're going to speak it, he probably actually should be the MVP of the league this year, right? But his team around him was that bad. And I was like, hey, y'all don't have anything to help him out with next year. So it's going to be another wasted year. So instead of wasting 2 years of his life, sit him down, right, and figure out a way to fix this thing. And if it can't get fixed, he needs to, request a trade, go somewhere else, and, be a part of an organization that's headed in the right direction, because I don't see it from the Texans right now. And so that's how he felt too.
Outside looking in, I feel like you had that perspective. If Deshaun Watson was in the same position and he was on the Jaguars, would you still have the same sentiment?
Yeah, and I can prove it in this. I've seen a lot of Jags fans talking about it'll be great to get Allen Robinson, the receiver in Chicago, get him back because he's a free agent this year, to get him back in Jacksonville. And I'm arguing with them on Twitter. I'm like, why would he ever come back to Jacksonville? We sucked when he was here. The organization has not shown that it's a lot better. They're like, oh, he's going to get paid more money and he have a great quarterback play. How does he know he's going to have great quarterback play? Like, no, I want to see him go to Green Bay or go to Baltimore or go somewhere with a quarterback that can get him the ball, because he's never played with a great quarterback since, I don't know, probably ever. And he's a great receiver. So, though I'm a fan of the team, right, I'm also a fan of these players. And I want to see Deshaun Watson. I gave him all hell on this podcast because, I thought that he could be a top-tier quarterback like he's shown. But I thought he wasn't playing that way earlier this year, so I was giving him a lot of crap. But, bro, he's one of the greatest things we've seen. Like, he's one of the greatest things we've ever seen play the sport. And I don't want to see his talent wasted in an organization that's bad, right? And so the Jags haven't proved that they're a great organization yet. The Texans haven't proved that. There are other organizations that are headed in the right direction, right? If they, there's a lot of talk about trade to Miami. That would be beautiful, in my opinion.
I'll take
right?
two.
That would be beautiful if he can get down there.
Sedacious, I remember Sedacious saying if Dak doesn't get paid by Jerry Jones, like, there's no question about that. He's done. I'm done with the Texans. If they can't fix it, which I don't see it happening, and it kind of looks like at some point, or it may die out because obviously the playoffs are a bigger story. But as we get into the offseason, closer to next year starting, and I guess when they trade away Deshaun, hey, I'm out at 5,000.
Take Tua.
Because I've been waiting my whole life for us to get a quarterback, so we know.
I mean,
you think Tua will be a good exception, good trade-off of talent?
No.
Future?
No.
Here's the thing, Darnell. The reason I say no is because I don't feel like any quarterback in that position, we're going to still have the same general manager, the same people up top giving us
the same bullshit ingredients to make chicken.
So it's not more of the trade of him himself, it's more of the organization decision-making consistently going in the shitter.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you're basically giving him on the commitment. Cause that makes total sense. But you're saying based on like we ain't gonna have no good quarterback. Okay, I was about to say, Tua's pretty decent, but you're saying
I'm not saying that. I'm forgive me for cutting you off. I wasn't saying that though. I was just saying as an organization as a whole, not because I don't feel like if Tua is, I'd love to. I wish they would have had gotten to the playoffs, but like I wouldn't be bitter because we got Tua. I would just be bitter with just the organizational choices dating back to. I mean, or we can just start at DeAndre Hopkins. So yeah.
Hey, I would say this about Tua real quick. I don't know that much about basketball, but I think I know enough to say this: is getting Tua in replace of Deshaun Watson is like going from LeBron James to James Harden. Right.
That's not a championship.
Huh? Is that?
There's no championship in that though.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like you go from arguably the best player of all time to a good guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what you're going from with Deshaun Watson to Tua, as far as quarterback play.
Yeah. So
Tua's never going to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league ever. There's nothing special about him to make him one of the best quarterbacks. Now, if he has a great team around him, he can put up some good stats. But he's never going to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
That's kind of a tough one already, but all right. I mean, what? Okay, that's a whole different boat. Let's just stay on subject.
And also, I mean, like, and I know he deleted the tweet, but I really gotta like do some like criminal investigating like type research, Isaac, because like I'm trying to figure out like what is the connection with them and the Patriots for them to go back to the Patriots and get another general manager. It's like there's some like family bloodline somewhere in the mix of that I'm not.
Oh, they see championships.
And we see why they had those championships.
But that's all they see. They see past what we see. They see different. They choose a different avenue.
I mean, so is that, and I know there were reports that like Deshaun like reached out to him like, yo, can y'all interview these type of people? Obviously, I don't have the ultimate say so, but just interview these people. And I just seen like before we start the podcast, like they just not. I want to say the Jets or somebody have recently interviewed Eric Bieniemy.
Jags interviewed him.
Okay, yeah. And I want to say the Jets too. And like it seems like they had to get drugged through the mud in the media, and have Deshaun go out of his way to voice his frustration indirectly on Twitter to be like, oh, now we're gonna try to interview Eric Bieniemy, which is like kind of like an afterthought, at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Why the fuck wasn't it the first?
You feel me? And then, and not only are you not trying to interview him, like it's like now at this point, like you gotta wait because like you had all time when fam had a bye week. Now you call yourself trying to interview him, and he cried. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure why they didn't interview him. The only reason I can think that they didn't is because maybe they have their eyes already set on somebody, right?
I'm tired of giving us excuses, man. Nah, Andre Johnson called a spade a spade. This is the guy who's just on the coaching staff who knows the inner workings of this organization.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
He called it spot on.
No, I'm not trying to give no excuses. I'm saying one of the reasons probably why they didn't interview him is because they probably already had their eye on somebody, right? And just to and teams do this a lot. Whenever they already have their eye on somebody, and it's not a black coach, they'll bring in two guys who no one would hire as a head coach who are black just to do their Rooney Rule.
Yeah,
is that done, right? And so they probably wouldn't brought him in just because they're like, hey, we're not gonna hire him anyway. So let's just bring two guys in who not gonna get a head coaching job nowhere. Just to say we.
And I'm gonna be honest. Like as much as I wanted Eric B, man, at this point, I don't even want him to come to this toxicity of an organization because it's just gonna look bad on him as a coach, and them saying he can't get it done and he ain't got the right pieces and all this. So Eric B, man, I respect you too much to ask you to come here with all we got going on, man. Deshaun, if this is the end, I appreciated you. And I'm going Miami.
Bro, think about it.
We trade James Harden to the Rockets, and if we trade Deshaun Watson, I'm telling it on the podcast right now. I'm done. I'm done being a fan.